Make sure y'all hit that like one time. Drop some money bags in the chat. We about to go live. Welcome back. Let's go, tribe. Hit the money bags in the chat. Let's go.
Context matters.
Uh-oh. See, I'm already starting rusty with the mute. Welcome, motherfucking back. Welcome back. Yeah. Yeah. Let me just get a minute for a second. Let me just get a little minute.
Context
Oh,
matters.
man, I missed the voice. Hold on, one more time.
You are now watching Context Matters.
Oh, shit, baby. The boy is back. Welcome back, not only for me to you, but y'all to me. This is Context Matters, episode deuce. You know what I'm saying? Episode 22. And I am back in the building. Oh, man, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little anxious before I got on here tonight. Wondered if it was gonna be a little rust on me. But I feel like this is business as usual, and it gets a little normal as we go, man. How are y'all feeling? Again, I told y'all I was feeling a little bit of anxiety beforehand, but I'm feeling good now that I'm able to, talk to y'all freely. I see my tribe is here live and active. Shout out to y'all. My day ones, my loyals, my people who've been checking on me in the DMs, making sure I've been all right. They are locked in, tuned in. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. Yeah. So welcome in everybody, man. As y'all know, this is the #1 solo podcast coming out of LA. And I ain't even from here. But this is the #1 solo podcast out of LA, in my opinion. And it's been a minute since I've been here, but y'all know what this is. This is Context Matters.
Context matters.
You feel me? So, before we get into the breakdown of everything, I want to check in with my tribe. I want to prioritize our, it sounds cliche, but our mental health. The people that are in here that are loyal. I do see y'all logo, Secret, Brooklyn Stevens, Pack, Dishonor, 19 Hours, 7 with the new page. We gonna get to that. Meezy Gang, Mr. Guap, Cali Boy, yeah, Chervelle. I see everybody, my loyal ones in this mug. I feel it. I appreciate the love, embrace it. And I want to check in with y'all, man. So again, not to sound too cliche, I do want to just check in with y'all first before I get to rambling like I normally do, get to rambling about what I got going on and all that good stuff. I want to check in with y'all real quick and make sure everybody feeling good while we warm up the room. Let's warm up the room. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun night. With the preface of no more drama, like Mary J. Blige say. Good vibes only. No bullshit. We not even acknowledging bullshit. I choose what I want to acknowledge. And let's just say the hiatus gave me a new refresh. It gave me a peace of mind. It gave me a clear-cut direction. Let me get a little closer. I just wanted y'all to see the sign. Get a little clear-cut mindset and a new focus, per se. That's just the tip of the iceberg of what we'll discuss. But I want to check in with y'all, man. Y'all are the focus. None of this is possible without the tribe and my #1 and my day one supporters. Just to hear my voice. I'm not a celebrity by any means. I'm not somebody who creates day-to-day entertainment. So for y'all to rock with me the way y'all do, I got to make sure I show that love back. But with that being said, how y'all feeling? Shout out to the ones who have checked in with me in the DMs just to make sure the boy was good, alive, and safe. Make sure I was good. There was rumors the boy got ran off YouTube. There was theories of what could be going on. Why is Stet not present in these YouTube streets? I'm YouTube banging. Why I'm not repping the set? So I'm good. I'm alive. I'm well. I'm healthy. I feel a little bit healthier physically than I probably ever have. But how are y'all, man? Like I said, how are y'all? Brooklyn Stevens, you hit it right on the head. This is what I want. And then we going to get into that in a second. Feels a little bit cleaner, you know? But how are y'all? 7, I see you, love. You've been checking in with me constantly. I appreciate you. We had to mod up the new page since whole activity was going on and her old page was deleted, which we will get to briefly because we're not going to indulge too much and give fuck shit too much time. But there is a few things over the past couple weeks that should just be talked about briefly without overtaking the entire stream. But yeah, shout out to you. Yeah, none of that. Yeah, the whole break, the whole cleanse, you know what I'm saying? It was much needed. All the 3-letter gang, we not even addressing that for real. So, you know, we keeping it clean cut across the board. This is Context Matters. This ain't Third Law. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of that. This is going to be a healthy stream. You know what I mean? A mind, body, and soul stream for the most part. But I see y'all doing all right. Let me see. Let me get my chat together over here just in case I can't see up there. Yeah, context definitely matters, man. Always matters. So yeah, see y'all doing good. We're letting the tribe pile in. We 88 strong right now. Feels like a good cleanse. Like Brooklyn Stevens said, it feels like we not gonna have to attract the excess viewership, right? And let's go ahead and get right into it. Right into it. Let me just clarify the reason for my disappearance. It was just after episode 21, after the last episode of Third Law, which was episode 8. Oh shit, this 30th live stream. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we a third of the way to that good 100 almost. You know what I'm saying? 30 live streams. I just realized that as I was saying what was the previous episodes. We've done 22 Context Matters, 8 Third Laws. We've probably been live for hundreds of hours at this point. It feels good, man. And I think before I hit that next little trajectory in this streaming game, I needed a little cleanse. I needed to really focus in on what my focus was gonna be. I needed to lock in mentally. I needed to digress. Miss Moneybags is home. Yes, sir.
Context matters.
Yes, sir. Icon, your mama's home. Go see your mama. Go see your mama. Yeah, your mama's home. I needed that little cleanse, man. I needed to just clear myself. Hey, babe. I needed to clear my mind, make sure I had the right focus, and understand that the only way to grow, it has to be quality shit. It has to be directed at and be targeted towards the ability to grow a new audience. I feel like after the last Third Law, I kind of looked back at myself a little bit and I cringed. Mop Whack, what's the deal, bro? Cali Boy, what's the deal? Known shooter. I know you in here with the bullshit. Go ahead and get your narratives off, but it ain't gonna be addressed, so you're gonna be talking to yourself. You know what I'm saying? All the BS. So it's all good. But yeah, man, I kind of looked back at myself on the last Third Law and some of the Context Matters episodes, and I kind of just felt a little cringe. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being 100% honest. I felt a little cringe-worthy with the direction I was going. And now, even though I stand on the fact that what I was doing was more personal, it wasn't like I was indulging in shit that I said I didn't want to do before because it was more personal. I still felt like, Stet, what are you doing, bro? Like, not to toot my own horn, but you too intellectual, you too smart to be giving goofballs your attention and the back and forth. And I had to realize that my pay from YouTube and my viewership from YouTube really shouldn't be my prime focus. And I wasn't gonna get anywhere substantial by focusing on viewership or going back and forth with goofy shit with the same tennis ball fans, and just kind of, it just wasn't gonna get me nowhere. So I'm not gonna lie, I had a couple conversations with some of the tribe members, and it just, I kind of let them know I didn't like the trajectory that I was on. I didn't feel like I was going to be able to succeed as a streamer if this is what I'm doing, if I'm gonna be doing that back and forth. So just to summarize, man, my hiatus was my choice. Let's get that shit straight. The hiatus was my choice. Don't ever think I could be ran off or ran away from anything. Let's just set that record straight. It was my choice. It was self-awareness. It was mental health. It was focusing on all that. That shit was mentally draining. Every time before I went live, I had to review what somebody else said about me and then prepare what I wanted to say. And bro, I haven't watched none of that shit in 2 weeks. I have no idea what's going on in the wrestling world over there. I don't have no idea. And it's been hella refreshing. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. It's been hella refreshing. And I feel like I found a new peace by prioritizing my future in this shit, and also prioritizing my mental health per se, since I have heard that niggas said I had mental health issues. But again, we not going into that. Prioritizing your mental health is good for anybody. You don't have to have an issue to focus on protecting your peace, right? I got a lot going on in my personal life that needs more attention than what this shit was given. And yeah, so my hiatus for 2 weeks, niggas act like I was gone for 2 months, 3 months. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I was still on Instagram. I was still present on my Rugged Out Customs page. I'm still doing art, still making money bags. I ain't go nowhere besides taking a step back from live streaming so that I can cleanse this chat. I needed to cleanse my viewership. I'm tired of people, the drama. I wanted to. My focus, I told everybody, anybody you can ask in the chat that DM me and checked on me or anything, my response was, I need to cleanse myself from this algorithm. I needed to get out of, well, not this algorithm. I feel like we comfortable right here. I needed to get myself out of that algorithm, that reality TV, Bad Girls Club world, and have viewership that is true to me, true to good content, true to good knowledge and good game, good conversation, not a bunch of just smashed together words trying to sound like you're important and intelligent. No, I wanted to really get out of the algorithm. I'm telling y'all, it might sound crazy. It might seem like I'm just making up some shit. I get it. People are gonna have what they say, but that's what it was. I needed to get out of that algorithm. And I did some research online. I actually could probably pull it up. I probably still got the Google page up. How to change your algorithm, how to cleanse your algorithm, how to switch up viewership, how to focus on growing new growth. Because staying in that algorithm, I was never gonna grow. You gotta think of it from a consumer standpoint. If you're a consumer that has no idea who these motherfuckers over here are, and you watching me, you're not gonna stay tuned in if all of my backhanded jokes or all of my content or all of my anger or focus is on people you don't know about or really have no bearing on quality content. So it was really what it was. I really had to understand I gotta focus on getting a new following and not ping-ponging back and forth the same viewership. So let them clip what they want. I don't care. I don't follow Don't Panic. I don't follow Manzers. I don't follow none of that. I don't subscribe to them pages on YouTube no more. I cleansed my timeline, cleansed my mind, and we focus on growth from here on out. We focused on excellence and quality content, quality conversation, and yeah, just good shit. You know what I'm saying? No more of that. You feel me? So yeah, JT, that's what's gonna happen. As you can see, I'm not even focused. Bro, at the end of the day, I won that battle. I won that war. I proved, and tonight's episode is gonna be the summary of it, so I'll touch on it a little bit, but this will be the last time. I won that battle. I won that war. I popped out and did the same thing that motherfuckers think is so hard to do. I did it successfully for 30 episodes, made good money, built good following, sold damn near 50 money bags, selling art. I did it. I won that battle. The back and forth with certain individuals, I won that battle. It's not even nothing to even discuss. So at this point, why keep stomping a dead body? You feel me?
Context matters.
Why keep stomping a dead body? It really didn't make sense no more. So given that the focus and all that, yeah, it wasn't worth it. So at the end of the day, that's where my hiatus came from. That's what stemmed my hiatus. It was just a cleanse. And honestly, to be honest, it went a little longer than I wanted. I was anxious. I was trying to get on here and talk to y'all. And then when Sunday came around this past week, it was Mother's Day. So I'm like, nah, I'm not going to hop on here on Mother's Day. Let everybody enjoy their time with their loved ones and their families. A lot of the male followers got girlfriends, got kids. They're probably spending time. So I didn't even want to be the distraction to that whatsoever. So I missed Sunday and it ended up being 2 weeks. But I feel like it was needed, and the real one's gonna pop out now, and we gonna dust off all that excess. I don't need 4, 5, 2, 3, 400, 500 people in here because I know what they're coming from, what they're coming for. And because they not gonna get that no more, let's be content with where we are. We at 150 right now. Shout out to y'all who tapping in. It's much appreciated, man. But yeah, enough of all that. Other than that, you know, just protect your mental health, protect your peace. And don't let the pressures of society and people saying things about you make you crash and it not be valuable to yourself. We over here in a Bugatti. We don't need to crash this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, we not in bullshit. You know what I mean? Figuratively speaking. We don't need to let Hondas make us crash, if y'all get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? Why do I want to race and respectfully, people who own a Hondas, but in comparison to a Bugatti, y'all know what I'm saying. Why do we're not gonna race a Honda, right? We're not gonna race a Nissan. You know, we're not gonna crash and get into a street battle and crash with those. At some point, you got to protect your value. So I'm on the bigger and better things, tribe. Bigger and better things. Shout out to Vinny. What's up, gang? Yeah, we on Blind to the BS. I see you, brother. Yeah, all my regulars. I want to make sure I shout y'all out, man. Definitely want to make sure. Oh, that kind of brings me to it. Yeah, a lot has changed, man. I've been consistent in the gym. W's for me, 4 or 5 days a week, mandatory. I'm in there lifting, getting right, prioritizing my eating, my protein intake, trying to just do the things that I pushed to the back burner, not thinking it was important. So I've not only cut out all junk food, all the candy. I've been in the gym 4 or 5 days a week, eating right, eating multiple meals. I've stopped smoking. Listen to me. This is why. Sibo, what's up, man? I'm back, brother. I'm back. Listen to me, tribe. I stopped smoking, yo. And that was part of all of it. It was a detox. May was the month of detox, tribe. I didn't stream. I haven't smoked in May. It's been 2 weeks. I've been in the gym for 2 months consistently as of today. Matter of fact, I started on March 15th. I've been in the gym. I'm eating right. Like I said, I ain't been smoking. I got a clear head. My head is on my shoulders, and we focused on well-being. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I stopped smoking, Vinny. But I know it's not gonna be. It's not a permanent thing. Sometimes I detox every once in a while, and just to cleanse my body. But this was like a planned, like, let me try everything at one time and test my willpower and do the whole thing. So yeah, bro, I stopped smoking. You won't see me roll that roll right now, probably at least for another 2 more weeks. I wanted to make sure I went 30 days without consuming the good ganja. And yeah, man. So we gonna have real life conversations and clear-headed discussions and all that good stuff. But yeah, moderation, all that good stuff. Yeah, so that's my main focus. But enough pretty much with that. I just wanted everybody to start this stream off and understand where we're going, so you don't have no confusion of why I don't care about being clipped. Because at the end of the day, Don't Panic wasn't clipping me for the betterment of myself and Context Matters. Let's just get that straight. He wasn't clipping me to try to, like, help me the way he helps other people and post positive content of other people. He was only grabbing drama and posting it and make, like, it didn't suit me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't beneficial. So yeah, all in all, that's pretty much that. You know, we gotta be smart when we think about certain things and what we believe. In this world, there's a lot of distractions, and it became just a distraction. You know what I mean? Cleanse that timeline, man. cleanse that time. Everybody like, boo, boo. No, it's okay, because gradually those people will fall off. Those people will fall off, and what'd you say? Oh. Yeah, gradually those people will fall off, and that's okay. I actually want that, like I mentioned to y'all. But again, mental health and growth, man. Mental health and growth is really what I want everybody to know this is about. Stream 22 is just evolution. You know what I mean? And that's gonna bring me to two little topics which will kind of elaborate on the same thing, but they're more conversational instead of hold on. They're more conversational instead of just monologue-ish. You know what I'm saying? So we can engage together. That's what Context Matters was supposed to be about, is fan interaction and engagement, tribe engagement. Excuse me, I don't like to call people my fans. You guys are the tribe. You guys are family. You guys are supporters. You're not a fan. I don't like that term. So respectfully. And that's what we're going to focus on for real. What was I about to do? Where we at? Oh, okay. So this is kind of, I was seeing things over the past 2 weeks that just kind of like, it's ironic when you're going through something or you're dealing with something, how you start to see certain shit in the algorithm. What was I gonna say? Oh, over the past 2 weeks, you know, when you're going through stuff mentally, it just seems ironic. I guess that's how the algorithm works. But you just start to see shit that becomes prevalent to you, and it makes you think. And when it comes to streaming, which is something that's super oversaturated. Let's just be real. Streaming is hella oversaturated. Excuse me. Everybody's doing it. And it's okay. I get it, because it's essentially, it's easy to do it as far as like go live and make it happen, but to stay consistent and be quality, that's tough. But streaming has just became too oversaturated, and it's hard to stand out or make a name. It's like rap right now. Like it's virtually impossible for a new rapper to really blow up without a hell of money behind them or a hell of support behind them. And it's the same thing with streaming, but it's almost probably worse now, because at least music requires some type of like talent. You know what I mean? Streaming requires the gift of gab, the ability to talk, the ability to express yourself verbally and not have to worry about rhyming and all that. That's like an art. So I think streaming is a little bit harder. But enough of that. I want to let y'all hear what I seen, and kind of just something else that added to my decision of let me fall back a little bit until I know my proper trajectory, right? So let's go right here with it. Welcome to the split screen of Context Matters. I did see this clip. I don't know who this individual is. It really doesn't matter, but he said some good shit, and I want to let it play. So let me get my headphones, because I only listened to it once. And while we waiting and while we about to play this, make sure y'all hit the like, please. Engagement is key, not viewership, not live viewers. The end goal is good stream numbers at the end of the stream when it's posted up, and good engagement. Comments, likes, hearts, hit the hearts in this bitch, super chats. That stuff shows me y'all really rock with me. So make sure y'all hit the like, please. It takes 1 second. It's really simple. It doesn't mean that you're obsessed with me or you gotta like be a super fan. A like is just a tappable button. It don't cost nobody nothing. Swipe down, hit a like, drop some money bags in the chat. Let's keep it going. Good pH balanced Essentia. All right, let's see. Let me grab my headphones so I can hear it. Welcome back. Oh man, it feels good. Not gonna lie, I was worried, but it feels good. Let's see.
Up and just half-assed, and everything is made.
All right, here we go.
The content being pushed out is slop and just half-assed, and everything is made so it can be clipped into short form 30-second clips to be pumped out, and it just becomes slop. It just becomes, you know, the same repetitive shit. Every streamer almost does the same thing. Like watch, like the biggest streamer does something, and this guy does it, and this guy does it, and then this guy does it. Like it's like the same content is just being watered down through clips and through different streamers. Like no one's really making anything original, and if it is original, it's very just just slop. It's very just, it's just for dopamine and just be like, look at this, edit, fucking text on the screen, fucking this and that. Like, I think it hurts everybody. I think it burns out streamer. The viewer gets bored and like expects this constantly from the streamer.
Let me run that back real quick before he ends. Listen to this sentence, bro. This is the shit I'm talking about, and you can see it in that space over there. You can see what he's saying. Listen to this again.
It fucking text on the screen, fucking this and that. Like, I think it hurts everybody. I think it burns out streamer. The viewer gets bored and like expects this constantly from the streamer. So now there's more pressure on the streamer to keep doing these clips and doing these funny bits, or they're worried they're gonna leave, and then that's gonna affect the streamer's income. And and it hurts the viewer because they get so used to just shit content.
The viewer gets used to shit content. If you're only eating shit day in, day out, and that's how you survive, you're okay with constantly eating shit because it helps you survive. If that's all you have access to, or all you choose to eat is a pile of shit every single day, eventually your taste buds are going to get normalized to it, and that's going to be okay to consume and eat on a daily basis. That's what that shit is. Ironically, that's what that shit is. It's shit. So it's going to become the norm. Listen to what he said.
Affect the streamer's income. And and it hurts the viewer because they get so used to just shit content where they're just like, whatever, I'm just gonna stick around, So like, I think it just hurts everybody. Everybody gets fucked over when the content isn't good, especially for streaming.
I love it. I love it when we can have these discussions and I can find clips that just are so contextually correct. They're so contextually correct.
Context matters.
Let's hear my boy out. We're almost there.
Content isn't good, especially for streaming. Don't get me wrong, TikToks and all that have their own issue. But I'm saying like Twitch, Kick, all the other platforms, most of the large streamers or the ones that have made it either started just from farming or they resort to farming just to stay alive because everybody else is doing it.
Following trends. If everybody around you is eating shit and shit and shit, and you see it's deemed successful, or you start to be blinded and think that maybe shit is really good. Maybe shit is paying the bills. Shit makes me feel good inside, and my audience laughs at the shit, and they feel the shit, and they consume the shit and regurgitate the shit. Eventually, it starts to water down. It's the same thing with hip hop. Once the consumer realizes that shit music is acceptable and is cool and is embraced, you see so many people eating that shit and regurgitating that shit. Please, YouTube, don't kill me for all the cuss words. That's what it is. If people keep defecating on this microphone, and we have people that are watching it and consuming it on a daily basis, they're going to think that that's what sells. Shit sells in hip hop and in streaming. Eventually, you have to be smart enough to know, you know what? I don't want shit today. Let me go over here and eat this salad. But that just goes, again, that's a metaphor, but that goes into like eating. You're going to keep eating fast food, like legitimate fast food, when you know that this good, healthy shit is out here? No. It's easy to grab. It's fast. It's quick. It soothes you for the moment. It has some good artificial flavoring. Listen to these. I lost the word, what I want to say. Listen to these comparisons. It makes so much sense. It's the same thing with fast food and eating in general, real eating. It's easy to consume. It's cheap. It's quick. It's digestible. But it's not good for us. It's not good for our mental health. It's not good for our physical health. And that's what it was doing. It was weighing on me. That shit was weighing on me to the point where I'm like, bro, I just ate all this bullshit content, and now I catch myself regurgitating this bullshit content. Oh, wait, wrong one. Oh, yeah, that's cool. I find myself regurgitating this bullshit content. I was guilty of it. Just as I was guilty of eating fast food and doing the whole shit until you wisen up and realize, oh, there's better out there. You know what? I'm not going to keep consuming this shit. I am going to go eat good content. Change the trajectory of what you're doing. Pivot what you're doing, but don't give up completely, which will lead me to my next video. W's for the transitions. Pivot, but don't ever quit. You can't quit eating. If we're talking about cliche hypotheticals, you can't stop eating or you'll die. So let's use it in that context. Same thing with streaming. I'm not saying I'm going to die off or whatever, but you can't quit. You have to pivot and understand what's important. That's what this will be about going forward. You can even hear it in my tone and how I'm delivering it. I feel so much more confident in what I'm saying now than trying to force feed you guys shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not force feeding y'all shit no more. That's not my goal. That's not what's going to happen. So let's pivot, but never quit.
Context matters.
The digital pivot. Yes, sirski. That's exactly what's happening. And all this goes hand in hand to the content for context matters, y'all. This is important. And I bet this shit don't get clipped. Well, I bet this health food doesn't get clipped because it's not shit. Catch my drift, tribe. Just follow along with me. Shout out to the 150 y'all still tapped in. When say still, we just getting going. The real ones know, man. The real ones gonna watch and understand. And like I said in other streams, people have said in other streams, I can do both. I can consume shit and consume the good shit, the healthy shit. Fair to say, if your body and your mind is capable of digesting bullshit and good shit and separating the two, and there's a time and place for everything, then so be it. Continue to consume shit. But over here, we ain't doing that. We trying to live forever and ever. All right, let me get into it. Pivot, but don't ever quit. I love when I catch clips like this and I favorite them. I bookmark them on my Instagram so I have shit to talk about. I go back and find what's important, what resonates with me currently, and this hit me. Pivot, but don't ever quit. That 2-week break, that hiatus, is a pivot. We gonna put it in basketball terms. We gonna stick that planted foot and we gonna pivot until we find an opening to the basket. That's what we doing. Let's go.
Successful people who have accomplished things that you may look and say, how do I get there? The only difference between them and you is just that they haven't stopped. That's it. They just keep going. They've made all kinds of mistakes, right? They've had to pivot. And I always say, giving up and quitting are two different things. Never, ever, ever give up. But you can quit. Right? You might be doing something the wrong way. You might need to quit. Everybody I know that's really successful has quit doing something some way and pivoted.
Oh, shit. And like I always say,
Context matters.
it feels so good to be back, tribe. I'm not even gonna lie. Because I love when I'm able to make shit make sense. Because if you don't resonate with what I'm saying, hopefully one day you will. But this is making complete fucking sense. And I'm gonna tap in with y'all on the chat in a minute. So if you here and you're new and popping in, Mush732, Rottweiler, Chris Alvarez. Oh no, you said some whole shit. Fuck you, I ain't shouting you out. Holy Drug Lord, of course, Blind to the BS, Sean Harris, 7. You know, all the people that's in the chat active, I want to get to y'all. So don't think just because I'm not interacting with the chat this moment, y'all don't have to stop engaging. I'll scroll back, we'll go back, we bring up old topics and we can still talk about it. But I just gotta, get this off. This Will Packer, every successful person he knows has quit something and pivoted that trajectory.
Power of the pivot, but never give up. The most successful people who have accomplished things that you may look and say, how do I get there? The only difference between them and you is just that they haven't stopped. That's it. They just keep going. They've made all kinds of mistakes, right? They've had to pivot. And I always say, giving up and quitting are two different things. Never, ever, ever give up, but you can quit. Right? You might be doing something the wrong way. You might need to quit. Everybody I know that's really successful has quit doing something some way and pivoted. The power of the pivot. But never give up.
The power of the pivot.
Context matters.
Oh, man, I'm loving the context. It always matters. The power of the pivot, tribe. It's okay. You can quit something, change your trajectory, but just never give up on the end goal. Take some time off. Practice mental health. Practice, go to therapy. Pray. Whatever it is you do that brings you that mental peace, do it. But just don't give up on the end goal. Quit the bullshit. Quit eating the bullshit, but don't stop eating. Y'all get that? I want people to fall off of my viewership because that's going to tell me who's eating the bullshit and who doesn't want to. Stop eating the bullshit. Quit eating the bullshit. But don't give up eating. Y'all get that? You give up eating, you're going to die. You're going to be miserable. You're going to be mad at yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're going to not feel good. Quit eating the bullshit. But don't give up eating, period. That's what I wanted to get across to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And make it make sense as far as it tying into me. You know what I'm saying? It's not coming on here trying to be 3 or 4 hours and crack jokes and be clip worthy. Fuck them clips and fuck them pages, nigga. Straight up. Fuck them pages, fuck them clips. Unless, you know what I'm saying? I don't have no ill will towards Don't Panic whatsoever. I don't want nobody to think like I'm creating a beef with Don't Panic and he's going to clip it up and have all his people come at me for... I don't have no beef with him. But let's stop feeding the masses shit. Especially if you just gonna try to do it to make me look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? That's my point. And that's how that ties everything into that hiatus. I still popped out. It's still 150 people in here chilling with me on a good late night. Shout out to y'all. And that means a lot. Because I needed, like I told y'all from episode 1, I needed to build a core and a following, and I lost sight of that. I lost sight of that end goal. And I seen everybody else eating shit. Everybody else was eating shit. And I'm like, you know what? Let me try this shit. Even though it don't feel right to my soul, it don't feel good in my belly, let me eat this shit because everybody else is doing it and it seems like it's working. That's what those 2 clips mean to me, y'all. That's what that shit means to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted to tie that in. It went a little longer than I expected. Y'all know I'm long-winded, but I'm glad that it made sense. I'm assuming it made sense. Drop some money bags in the chat if you are with me, please. Money bags is still the motive. Money bags is still the press. Money bags is still the merch. The product, as y'all can see in the corner. Let me know you with me, tribe. We gonna really build a core, man. We gonna build a core that's not focused on wrestling. You know what I'm saying? We gonna build a real core. We not focused on 3.5 hours giving people bullshit. We gonna do a solid 2.5, 2.5. You know what I'm saying? Let me know you with me. That's important, man. You don't have to be a fan to drop a money bag. You don't got to be a fan to buy a money bag. But if you understand the importance of what I'm saying, how can you not fuck with it? How could you not fuck with it? If the message is messaging, message. How can you not fuck with it? Peep game. How can you not fuck with the movement if you see somebody overcoming bullshit and giving you good shit? Why don't you want to overcome with me? And I made these for that reason. My tribe fuck with me. Y'all gave me the money bag emoji when we first started Context Matters because I had some shit up like this for decor. And it just so happened to be the brand. So with that being said, let me go ahead and segue like I always do perfectly.
Context matters.
Into the money bags. Let's do a shameless plug because it is still always be about being successful and still, you know, providing for my family. And, you know, at the end of the day, we do a lot of shit in life for our time and for money, respectfully for the money. And I created a product instead of y'all having to super chat to support me, which is still appreciated. But you guys can purchase something that is a tangible object. A usable object, something that's tangible. For those of you that don't mean, it's something that you can see, touch, feel, that it has a value other than just money to say some words and it goes by the wayside. You have something to always show for your money. Money bags. This is a sponsorship post, even though we'll get into that, but this is my own shit. I created these by hand, tribe. Top tier quality, hand sewn, hand painted, hand tied, hand all that good stuff, hand cut, hand stuffed. This is important to me, man. So if y'all really fuck with what I got going on and you down to help support, one of these is $30. And we being real, y'all spend $30 on that shit I'm talking about. Fast food, you go out to eat for a fast food meal one night, you look up, it's $20-some. Get you a tangible object that will look cool, will represent wealth, will bring you positive energy, will hopefully bring in good feeling to the house, good vibes, bring in some good luck, and hopefully bring you some real money. I know these are pillows, but they can go anywhere. They can go on your couch. They can go in your bed. You can sleep on them. You can't really wash them, so don't do that. You don't want to you can't take them apart, really, for real, because they're stitched clothes, but support the gang, man. Support your fellow tribe members. Support me. $30 for one, $55 for two, $80 for three, $100 for four. Anything above that, I'll work you a good deal. Shout out to everybody who's purchased. I am at about 40. I'm at about 45 of these sold, man. Yeah.
Context matters.
I'm at about 45 of these sold, which means the world to me, y'all. I can't stress that enough. If you rock with me, please support. DM me. I don't have them up on a Shopify yet. I've been lacking, not gonna lie. But I do plan on getting the Shopify together to where it's just a clickable purchase and it's easy. You ain't got to DM me and do the whole thing. But right now, as I'm growing this shit, DM me, order you a money bag. I get them shipped out same week. I make them by hand right there for you. And just support the tribe, man. Support me. You know, it is expensive out here. I know everybody got bills. So if it's a big expense, then, you know, don't do it. But if you got a few dollars to spend to help, you know, decorate your house and then help me at the same time, get yourself a tangible object that means a lot to me, and hopefully will bring y'all some good juju. You know what I'm saying? I feel good about it, man. That's what I'm saying. People spend $30 on some bullshit, but you have a tangible object that more than likely you could keep forever if you keep it in good condition. You know what I'm saying? Take a nap on that bitch. Take it to work. Put it at your desk. Everybody gonna be asking where they got it from. If you refer somebody to me, I'll give you a discount. We do all that good stuff, man. I'm for the people. We got them Batman and Robin money bags. Yeah, Uncle Biscuit, what's up, gang? Yeah, I've been in the lab, bro. 45 of these joints, maybe 43. Somewhere close. 43 of these handmade and hand painted, y'all. I painted 43 times. I painted this shit. Tied 43, stitched 43. You know what I mean? So enough of that. I do appreciate everybody who's purchased already. Let me not sound ungrateful. You guys mean a lot to me for that. And if you continue to support and buy some more, it would mean the world. So let's run that up, man. Let's run that up. Money bags in the chat. I love it. I love it. Nobody else doing no shit like that with their emojis. Come on, man. This is where the talent comes in. This is where the business acumen comes in. This is where that creative intelligence shines. It ain't just about live streaming for me. It's about creating goods, quality art, tangible, dope shit that you can keep forever. I done created hundreds of rugs all over the United States. I done created 30 signs, 40 signs all over the United States. That means the most to me. Live streaming is great. It's awesome. I fuck with y'all. But at the end of the day, I want my shit to live forever. And I'm creating art that will live forever. People ain't throwing my rugs away. When you get one of my rugs, I promise you're not going to ever throw it away. You get one of my signs, I promise you never going to throw it away. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's important to me. Shout out to everybody who's supporting. Let's keep that going. You heard? And I think since we in that mode and we are doing big things over here at Context Matters. Love my sound effects tonight because I ain't been back. So if I'm doing a lot of them, I don't care. Deal with it. Oh, I make regular pillows too. I made this, by the way. I went and bought the green. I don't know what this shit is. Not suede, but something fire. I made this, sewed this up, stuffed this. You know, good decor shit. I hand wrapped the headphones. You know what I'm saying, with the matching green and the gold trim. You know, good creative shit. Let's see if other niggas can do that. I love myself, man, and I love y'all. But yeah, since we staying in that vein as far as like success and reaching goals and doing things the right way without succumbing to bullshit the entire time, I want to mention again that this episode is sponsored by Dr. Kaimes.
Context matters.
This episode is sponsored by Dr. Kaimes at the Hair Upload Clinic in Istanbul, Turkey. My doctor was not only a dope doctor, he's a cool dude. His assistant, his office admin, Amir, is a dope dude. They took care of me when I went over there and got my hair transplant. Y'all know I'm an advocate for men. If you're losing your hair, get the surgery. Women getting BBLs and tummy tucks and titty jobs and adding weaves and fake eyelashes, and it's okay. Everybody getting braces and Invisalign and veneers and all that, and it's okay. But when a man gets his hairline done, it's a joke. It's funny. It's bullshit. What the fuck? It's all this, right? Fuck that. I support any man who has an insecurity for whatever they want, and if they have the ability to fix it, they can fix it. So I allowed my doctor, and we collabed together for me to get some chili, him to get some exposure, and for me to help my fellow men out there. This episode is sponsored by Dr. Kaimes at the Hair Upload Clinic in Istanbul, Turkey. You feel me? And what we gonna do is we gonna go ahead and get into one of them little commercials. Rock with me, tribe. This is what we doing. That's how we doing that over here, tribe. Again, shout out to my doctor, Dr. Kaimes. He's the one who took care of this good hair BBL. This whole, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no haircut right now, but I did stream the last 2 episodes with no hat so y'all can showcase that good hairline, that good edge up. I ain't had an edge up in over 2 years. It worked for me. It can work for you. It's not as expensive as you think. They take good care of you. They take care. You buy your flight. They take care of your hotel, your ground transportation, the consultation, and they take good care of you, man. You know, it's worth it. It's a couple $1,000s. I can't quote you guys the exact amount because it's determined based off of the how severe your hairline is or how much you need to get fixed. But it's a couple grand. With my plug, if you ask me to connect you with the guy, you will get a nice discount and they will make sure they take good care of you. So shout out to all my men over there that got a little bit of extra chili to spend, who really want to make sure that they get rid of one of those insecurities. For the cost of like Invisalign to straighten your teeth, you can have a permanent hairline and a good hairline, good quality hair for multiple decades. It's not booty hair. It's not chest hair. It's not armpit hair, leg hair. It's not horse hair. It's not cow hair. It is your hair. That hair comes from the back of your head, your donor region, and is put into the implant region, and it starts to grow like normal. You can cut it, trim it, style it, do the whole wash it, do the whole shit. So all the jokes is cool, it's funny, we can laugh. But if we being real, a lot of people who laugh and need it. They need it. So laugh your way to Istanbul, Turkey. Get you a flight. Flight ain't that expensive. You can get a round trip for less than $1,000. You get the surgery for a couple bands, and you change your life, man. Invest in yourself. Shout out to Dr. Kaimez, the Hair Upload Clinic. Shout out to Amir. DM me right now on my Instagram at Stet 2.0 if you would like the plug to the doctor, and with the discount, I will send you to the guy to get you right with the consultation, get you a price, do the whole shit, man. This episode is sponsored. By Dr. Kaimez. You dig?
Context matters.
Shout out to the jokes. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Shout out to my mods who holding it down with the links. Real ones. You know what I'm saying? Real ones. But yeah, man, enough with the shameless plugs. Enough with shaming people that niggas saying niggas ain't even got no sponsorships. That's just the first one. You know what I mean? Some people need certain statistics or goals, which is understandable, before they want to sponsor. We have people in the cut. Don't even trip. We got people in the cut who are, you know, we got to make it the value, put the value there. And with the help of y'all and support of y'all, that value will continue to grow. We're going to get more and more sponsorships. We're not going to milk off of other people and brag about sponsorships from our homies, that brands and all that, like we're doing something major, and never shout them out and never show them no love, or never be able to, you know, do anything beneficial to help their business. We're not going to do that. We're going to wait till it makes business sense, like this last one, this sponsorship I just got, and we're going to continue to build more. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing. Because why?
Context matters.
You feel me, you bitch, you? That's the type of shit y'all might get every once in a while. But full on indulging, nah, you might get a couple bitch-ass niggas every once in a while. But that's about it. So, with that being said, I know we've been on here for an hour. Perfect timing, man. Perfect timing.
You are now watching Context Matters.
What we gonna do now is get into the thick of things, the shit that this stream and this show was built on, which is the context that matters, hot topics and all that good shit. The first one up is, what's the word? You heard? 7. Nope, they do women. They do plenty of women edges. 100%. Don't even trip. It's possible. I've seen it happen. Black women, white women, Asian, Hispanic, whatever you are, the Hair Upload Clinic got you. But we're going to get into these topics. We're going to do something different. Real quick, Bobby, before we get into this, what's the word right here? Graphics created by me, just like they was created by me on that other shit I was on, but I didn't do anything, right? Created by me, segments, all that good stuff, a real show. That's what we doing here. This is what's the word, man. This is hot topics. Let's talk about it. You feel me? A lot to talk about right now. A lot going on in the world, in the industry. To be honest, it's crazy that a lot of shit we talking about right now is legal shit. Celebrities in legal drama, per se. Domestic shit, per se. Jail. You know, it's crazy that that's kind of what's in the topics right now. And I want to touch on a few of them. I don't really have links or stories to watch about it, but I want to know, curious of y'all takes on some of these things that's going on. Those are cliche. Let's talk about Tory versus Meg, or Tory and Meg, or Meg versus Tory, or however you want to position it, whatever it is, right? Hot topic. What's the word? I want to know what y'all feel about what's going on. Oh, that's what I was about to say. Right before we get into Tory versus Meg or Meg versus Tory, what I was just saying, I don't want to sound like I'm playing one side of the fence until I give my monologue about it. But shout out to KB, the Apollo KB. Y'all know, obviously, y'all know who KB is. Stev. Kev. I went and worked out with my boy Kev at the gym, man. We linked up. We hit the gym, hit some weights, got right for a good workout session. Was dope to link with my boy. I had only met him in person one time. That was the second time. So it's cool to build those connections and relationships that are genuine with people that are similarly, that are kind of like-minded when it comes to this shit. You know, it's hard to find people who are organic, that's not all about content and trying to make jokes and get the narrative off of them for the sake of the entertainment and put it on other people. No, we not doing that. So shout out to Kev, man. He gave me some love and props for what I was doing, and he was saying how he wanted to get on his stream and shit and just it be different like I'm doing. The shit is different. Graphics on the screen, layout, split screens, all the whole shit, top tier quality, not that bullshit that you've been seeing. And you see people biting what I'm doing and all that good stuff. He gave me my love. I want to shout out to him for inviting me to do the workout shit, and hopefully we can keep doing that. But yeah, man, we're going to get right into it. What's the word? Tory and Meg. Tory and Meg, man. Tory and Meg. So, a lot of stuff has been coming out as far as wondering. I mean, a lot of people had their take whether Tory was guilty or not to begin with. Or if Meg lied or Kelsey lied to do whatever. Did Tory not want to snitch? Now it's coming out. We'll talk about Tory getting stabbed. But after Tory gets stabbed in jail, I feel like we got this statement that was never stated before by Kelsey, which is Meg's best friend that was in the car that night. Her security or bodyguard, which she's not famous, so I don't understand why she had a security or bodyguard, but supposedly her people overheard her saying that let me take these off because I'm not watching that shit hurting my damn head. Make sure y'all hit that like, man. Don't forget, hit that like for me one time. So according to Kelsey's security or bodyguard or whatever his position is with her, he supposedly overheard her say that she's the one who shot Meg. So her security now is coming out with the attorneys and stating that, and I don't know if it's because he's feeling bad that Tory got stabbed in jail and that Tory could be in there for no reason and because he took the rap and didn't want to look like he was snitching on a girl or whatever the case, however you feel about it. Her security is now coming out saying that it wasn't Tory, that it was Kelsey who fired the shots with Tory trying to divert them. How do we feel about this? Because this is not the first time somebody else, I think Tory's security or somebody else came out and said the same thing, that it wasn't Tory. It was Kelsey. And we put it by the wayside like, no, Tory's already convicted. He's the one who shot the gun. Everybody took their sides to what they wanted to take. And that man is in jail for 10 years. He gets stabbed, almost killed. And now people are like feeling bad that maybe would have treading the fence before, like, oh shit, maybe that man really was innocent. You know what I mean? Maybe he didn't want to get on the stand. And to me, it's like, how would he look, right? I get it. You're going to jail or you're about to get sent to jail, so you don't want to be looked like a snitch in our community. In our community, this urban hip hop community, this shit is, and this is where I'm gonna get tribe interaction. So let me just get this off and then I'm gonna read what y'all say because I want to elaborate on what y'all saying. It's like snitching is labeled one of the worst things you can do in society, right? And if Tory's speaking against snitching in his music and in real life, what does Tory look like hitting the stand saying, no, it wasn't me, it was Kelsey, with no evidence to prove it and X, Y, and Z? He's gonna be painted as a snitch to society. And not only are you going to be painted as a snitch to society, you're snitching on a female. So he goes to jail and it's a fucked up thing, but it doesn't hurt his rep. Whereas if he snitches on a woman on the stand and does the whole thing to protect his name and he stays free, now he's labeled a snitch, which could be detrimental to his brand. What do y'all think Tory did? Did Tory take the rap for her Did he really do it? What do y'all think if you got people that are coming out now that were there or weren't there or got statements that they accounted from somebody and are saying that it was the opposite, saying that it was Kelsey and not Tory who fired the weapon? You even got videos of Kelsey saying when you get drunk, she blacks out or blacked out and wake up the next morning like, what the fuck happened, and don't even be remembering shit. So if she's admitting to that, why can't we be like, damn, maybe she just didn't recount the shit that she did that night with Meg? You know what I'm saying? Like, now it really makes you wonder, even if you were bipartial to what really happened, if you were pro Meg, pro Tory, whatever, it makes you start to think like, damn, did Tory just take the rap for her and go to jail, and it would help his credibility a little bit, because if he snitched, he'd look bad? What do y'all think happened? Let me ask the tribe and see. Let me go back a little bit. Because this is where I want y'all interaction. Make sure y'all in the chat with me if you listening on this good late night on the East Coast. I know it's late, which brings me to the point where I'm going to try to start streaming earlier. But it's midnight on the East Coast, 11 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Pacific, and y'all tuned in with me. So shout out to the 130 people in here that's not looking for mess. I love it. Let's keep it here. Fuck the viewership, but I just want to shout out the people that are here. But yeah, man, the real shit will prevail. Let me see what y'all saying. Seven saying free Tory. Y'all talking about Diddy, Reed. We gonna get to Diddy for sure. We gonna get to Diddy. We gonna get to that, Vinny. Hold on. We gonna get to that DDG and all that. We gonna get to all that. I just wanted to grab this one first because it was this just came out like yesterday. Damn, y'all already talking about Haley and all them. Damn, wait a second. I want to know how y'all feel about the Tory. Tory should have told. Damn, why y'all talk about DDG and all that? Hold on, man. Hold on. I just peeped Megan was chapped ass naked. Tory's innocent. Blind to the BS say Tory innocent. Sergio said all Megan's music has been kind of going unnoticed since all that. That's a good ass point. Did that hurt Meg's career? Because there's so many people that think she lied and has been lying and has been fueled by Rock Nation, supposedly. Does that hurt Meg's career? Because I agree. Meg was on top of the world before that happened. That happened. She fell back. I get out of sight, out of mind. But now it took a hit to her career. That music is not sticking. That's a good point. Seven said, Ben said it was her the first day it happened. We really the next day. I Ben had that inside information. Damn, Seven. Found out you connected to these LA streets. Big homie said that bodyguard wasn't there though. Okay, let me ask you, big homie. If your homie that you fuck with or somebody that you work for or support tells you something, and you're wrong for believing them or then telling somebody that same story? We can't be biased here and sit here and act like somebody that says something could be lying just because they weren't there if they heard it from the source. And why all of a sudden now, 2-3 years later, are you popping out saying this? You would have been did that. You would have been got the check from Tory to say all this stuff. Why are you now saying it? It makes you really wonder. Meg's music don't get pushed the same, but her concert's still doing all right. Fair to say. Grape Sound Corporation Records says, remember she lied about having relations with dude. From there it was a wobbler. See? And that's the thing. It's like the boy who cried wolf. Eventually, when you start saying something too much or you start lying too much or you get caught in it, now when you want to tell the truth, nobody's going to believe you. Nobody wants to believe you once you've been labeled as a liar or fabricating or caught up in one story. Now when you got a story to tell, they don't want to believe you. Or that when you want to tell the truth, they don't want to believe you. It's a double-edged sword. Oh, damn, that's crazy. I literally said it's a double-edged sword, and then I just seen a message that said double-edged sword. Let me see. Gotta respect the homie girl, gang. We cooking. Yes, sir. Crenshaw veteran, we cooking. Let's see. Where'd it go? It's a double-edged sword for sure. Where we at? Damn, where y'all? What you? That was her man. She probably did the fake rap. Chaos Black. Guan. What the Guan? Worry about the real shit, the real context that matters, not fat bastards. Okay. See, this is what I mean. That's why I had to cleanse my algorithm in my chat, because I see something and I'm not perfect. I might just snap real quick. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta chill. We don't gotta. Y'all see, Vinny ain't doing no deleting, no cutting out. We letting everything rock. You're subscribed to me, so I appreciate the subscription, but don't make me go backwards, man. I'm trying to grow and evolve, gang. I know you being messy, but don't do it. Don't do it. There you go. Vinny said double-edged sword. Okay, I caught up now. If he grabbed her hand and the gun went off, then they both shot the gun. No, that's not true, big homie. Think about it. Think about that in physical form, right? Girl, shorty got the pistol. She about to fire. Bang, bang. Or she's got her finger on the trigger. And Tory like, whoa. And he come from behind her and grab her arms. That finger might go. If Tory's finger was not fingerprinted on that gun and was not on that trigger and he pulled with that 3 pounds of pressure, you can't say it was both of them that shot her. There's no way 2 people with 1 gun can shoot somebody. It's not happening. If he's coming behind her to stop her or grab her arms, if that's what the story's being told, that's not him firing the gun. That's him trying to stop it and her finger still pulling the trigger. She's the one who pointed. That's not the same thing. You know what I'm saying? We can't say that. Visionary Star, shout out to you. You say shame on them both. The whole night was messy. And this is why I tell people about liquor, bro. Liquor is the devil. You know what I'm saying? Spirits. It's called spirits for a reason. There are bad spirits that come with drinking alcohol to the point of drunkenness. When you get to the point of drunkenness, nothing but bad shit happens. Domestic shit, car accidents, fights, belligerent, loud shit, excessive crying, forgetfulness, blacking out, throwing up. Nothing good comes from being plastered drunk, ever. So, yeah, that night was a mess, 100%. It was a mess, but on accounts of everybody. For them to even go through all that in the car and blood and getting pulled over, for Meg calling the police or whoever called the police. Like, it was a mess of a night. But at the end of the day, we got to get down to the truth of what it really could be. Blind to the BS says Tory definitely took the rap. I don't know. I'm not going to lie, bro. I kind of starting to feel the same way. I haven't followed the entire trial when it happened, and I'm getting clip and excerpts of statements that people are saying, but it's starting to look like, as a man, he didn't want to be labeled a snitch on a female, so he took the rap. That's what it's starting to look like. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even going to lie. That's what it's looking like. Let me see. What else y'all saying, Tribe? Shout out to Walk the Walk W Stream. I appreciate it. That's what we focused on from now on. Fuck a number. Fuck a number. We're going to focus on quality content and not bullshit. And again, we can't compare numbers when you got 20 times the amount of subscribers. Listen to this. This is context that still matters, but it came up in the chat. We can't compare numbers and viewership to somebody with more subscribers. If that's the case, them niggas is ass when it comes to comparison to No Jumper, when it comes to comparison to Joe Budden, when it comes to comparison to all the top dogs. You niggas is trash. So if you're comparing my numbers to their numbers, you just as trash. Like, let's be real. 20% uptick in the view in the subscribers is no comparison. Of course I'm gonna be lower. It's not even possible for me to get the same viewership. Come on, man. Let's be real. Let's be real. Like Cypress Hill. You know what I'm saying? And I'm catching up on the chat. Oh, don't forget the UK. Carlos Kenneth. Damn, bro. I ain't shout out to you. Carlos Chemiston, 17. Delgado. That's a name I know I ain't never said in this chat. Shout out to you for subscribing. Shout out to you for being present in the chat. And welcome to the tribe, gang. He said, don't forget the UK. It's 5 a.m. over here. Ooh. Shout out to the UK viewership, man. This is what I mean about attracting the right viewers and the positive shit. You feel me? All right, we getting back to it. We cooking, Crenshaw veteran. You already know we cooking. I know I'm behind on the chat, but I want to make sure I give y'all the light y'all deserve. Miss Moneybags, you know Stet likes to take his time. Come on, man. Good things come to those who wait. Let's see. Free Tory says Measy Gang. Let's see. More vodka. Let's see. Measy Gang says, Zaza Ma, what up, gang? Thought you was gone. We ain't going nowhere. We gotta cleanse the bullshit. You feel me? If you missed the beginning, go run it back. We cleanse the bullshit. You know what I mean? Didn't find no gunshot residue on Tory. Shout out to Blind to the BS. He know the facts. He's blind to the BS. You heard? Everybody saying facts. Hey, Corey the Great, what's up, bro? Grape Sound, what's up, bro? 7 says, I feel like both of them should go do the same exact time he did for lying. Ooh, it's a cold narrative. Meg got to serve time for sending an innocent man behind bars. Ooh, that's a cold narrative. A lot of people are starting to turn the leaf, and we'll wrap this up and get into the other shit. I'm just catching up on these topics. On these comments. A lot of people are starting to be like, domestic violence, that could be a lie. All this shooting shit, Tory, free Tory. And I'm kind of feeling the same way. And you got to prove something beyond a reasonable doubt. To be guilty in the court of law, you have to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. That was not done in my opinion. It wasn't proven beyond a reasonable doubt that Tory fired that weapon. So how do we convict him? That's the part that I'm having an innocent with. Cali Boy says, I know it's demons in that dark liquor, 100%. The fact that they didn't come back and charge her with perjury is crazy. Biscuit, man, y'all on point, bro. I like this. He didn't take no rap. He wanted to be found not guilty. Okay. P Flight, best live on right now. You heard?
Context.
P Flight, I don't think I've said your name in here either, man. Welcome to the tribe. I appreciate your comment, bro. If you've been in here before, respectfully, I might have missed it. But shout out to you. It's my first time I feel like saying your name. Old girl was granted immunity, can't double back now. Damn, for real? She got immunity? Damn. Okay. Take the rap would have been him taking that deal they offered him. Nah, bro, because... Okay, let me read that again, big homie. Taking the rap would have been him taking that deal that they offered him. No, because at the end of the day, yeah, I'm still gonna defend myself and say I didn't do it. That doesn't mean I'm gonna point the finger. That also doesn't mean I'm okay with going to jail for the plea deal. I still want to fight it. I still want to try to be found not guilty, even though I know the truth. That taking a plea deal is almost accepting being guilty versus being convicted as guilty. That's you saying I'm guilty. There's a very thin line there, but it's true. Taking a plea deal is you admitting your guilt. Trying to go to court to defend it is trying to get off with it, whether you did it or not. So I feel like it's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a little bit different. My boy Carlos came back in with the UK with the money bag. Shout out to you, bro, man. Hey, I haven't shipped anything overseas yet. I have not had anybody buy anything of my art from overseas. I don't even know what it costs to ship something overseas at this point, product-wise. So it would be love if, since you in the chat, you drop some money bags, you drop 4 of them bitches. Send me $100. Let me get you 4 of them money bags. I don't know what shipping gonna cost. We can figure that out. Let me get you some money bags to the UK, man. That'd be great to put on my resume as far as knowing that I got product art created all over the world. You know what I'm saying? Get some money bags, my boy. I appreciate you, Carlos. JT says you intimidated Keem with the burner. Okay, well, let's clarify. Let me clarify back to the beginning before we get to the next legality topic, and we'll wrap the Meg and Tory shit up. I didn't intimidate Keem whatsoever. I've been around Keem when Keem has had burners himself. And that's not snitching and whatever. I don't know. It could have been a BB gun. I plead the fifth. But he's not scared of anything. Me having guns present in the room is not a threat to anyone. I wouldn't invite you to my house if I feel like I needed to have a gun present to defend myself. You wouldn't even be invited here. I was comfortable with Keem, was not threatened by Keem whatsoever, was not threatened by MacWop or Scotty or anybody else who's popped in. As everybody knows, I have 7 guns. Everybody knows I have 7 guns. And I'm a gun connoisseur. I enjoy going to the gun range. It's fun to me. It's not to threaten or scare anybody. I just happen to have my pistol out on the shelf when he came over here. I have 5 rooms in this house, essentially, separately, and every room has a gun in it. Why have 7 guns in one room, and why not spread them out? I'm in here streaming. You never know. I could hear a knock on the door. My girl out there, my dogs. I might have to grab the right here quick. I might not be able to run to the bedroom and get that one. I might have to grab this one and go hit the door. Niggas was threatening pulling up to my house, right? You can't never be too ready. Stay ready. Plan for the best, prepare for the worst. That's my outlook. So it's all love to Keem. If he felt like he was intimidated or felt weird, it wasn't like that. He knows he can hit me to clarify. I would never do that. I'm not that type of nigga that want to threaten nobody with no gun or have it in your face and do all that. I would never do that to people I consider cool associates or homies. So it's all love to Keem. And to that point, I will talk about Apollo-related content for sure. I don't have no ill will with Tiny TF, Mac, Keem, Kev, John, none of them. So that to me is, I get it, it's under that umbrella, but if I talk about them, that's not indulging in the other shit. I'm cool with them. They've separated themselves essentially from that umbrella per se, even though they still cool with them. I will talk about Apollo. So that's my take on the Keem shit. I did see that, and since it is somewhat of a serious topic, I wanted to be respectful and let it be known that I wasn't trying to intimidate anybody. He's, I'm sure, equivalent. I mean, I'm sure he's been around weapons before and been okay. That's that. So speaking of weapons, did Tory do it or did Kelsey do it? Y'all tell me in the chat real quick. Let's wrap this one up. We'll get to the basics, the bottoms of it as the story unfolds. Who really did what? With Tory being stabbed now, is that going to help get Tory out of jail with his life being threatened? And now with this new things coming out, you can't do double jeopardy, so you can't retry somebody and go back to court. He can only be potentially be able to fight for an appeal. For an appeal or some type of bail. I don't know the legal process on that, but did Tory do it? Did Kelsey do it? What is our sentiments? Keep Tory, free Tory, lock up Meg. What are we doing, tribe? I want to know y'all take on that while I read this chat real quick. Tell me what y'all think, so we can move on to the next topic, man. It's a turd, LLC. You got to pull up to the next That's what's not happening. You got to pay me to do anything, and I'm not affiliating myself with goofballs no more. I told y'all that. Moving on, next topic. Nah, he's new or changed his name, but shout out to you, though. Nah, he's new or changed his name, but shout out to you, though. Oh, that's 7. Okay. Ain't you from Texas? Alante says, ain't you from Texas? Why are you not showing Meg love? Because I can't be biased, and well, no, I'm not from Texas. I'm born and raised in Illinois, Rockford, Illinois. 815 area code is tattooed on my forearm. Y'all can't see it. I am not yeah, y'all can see it. 815. That's my area code. I'm from Rockford, Illinois, born and raised, 18 years. I moved to Dallas at 18 for 7 years. I lived in Houston for 2, and I've lived in LA for 10. I'm not from Texas. And even if I was, that doesn't mean just because I'm from a state that I don't own, that I would have to pay taxes to. I don't own the blocks. Doesn't mean I have to have loyalty to a state to that extent. I don't know. I don't like that mindset. And real is real, right is right, wrong is wrong. I'm not going to show allegiance to somebody who did something wrong just because they're from the same area as me. That's bias. I don't like being biased. I like being real. So I'm not going to just show love and say, oh, lock Tory up just because Meg is from Texas and I lived in Houston for 2 years. I just won't do that. That's just not me. Ms. Moneybags, DM on Instagram for your money. Yes, ma'am. Shout out to my baby in the chat, Ms. Moneybags. This is her voice.
Context matters.
Sounds so beautiful, don't she? I get to hear that every day. DM me, Context Matters Pod on Instagram or Stet 2.0 or Rugged Out Customs. Get your money bags, man. Let's get them to you. They cheap. $30, man. $30. Y'all spend that on McDonald's and fast food a day. You know what I'm saying? Y'all spend that on the scratch-offs, lotto tickets, candy, fucking whatever. Get you some money bags. Get you a tangible object, man. Alante, Stet got his burner out like he making plays. No, but you know what? Since gun content is allowed on YouTube, what I want to do is I'll have an episode where I show off my guns and we talk about it. And I'll show you that I'm a gun connoisseur. I'll break them all down. We break them all down. We not just buying guns to look tough. We protect ourselves, we protect our family, and it's a cool hobby to be invested in. You know what I'm saying? But we'll do a stream where I showcase all those guns. P365X, the Glock 23, the Glock 19s, the all the shit. I don't even know all the guns I got off the top of my head. You know what I'm saying? But we'll do that. That ain't trying to be tough. Gun don't make you tough. Anybody can pop a gun to the point it might have been Kelsey. 7 says Kelsey did it. Don't scare the homie though. Tiny a real wobbler. Why you say that, Uncle Biscuit? I rock with Tiny, man. Tiny ain't never showed me no bad blood or said nothing bad about me. I like Tiny because he's not biased. He's honest. If he's against something you do, even if he fuck with you, he gonna say it. If he rock with you, he gonna let it be known he rock with you and agree with you. I rock with Tiny for sure. I don't rock with that bullshit ass show that he on that motherfuckers is trying to cancel now and want to be canceled. It's crazy that they saying bring Stet back. I did see that, but everybody was like, get Stet off when I was there. Now you realizing once that MVP leaves, them role players ain't doing the same. See, that's why I say keep that shit out the chat for me, man, because I'll go back in. Shout out to Tiny, he's dope with content. But, you know what I'm saying? And respectfully to the lady, we don't have no beef, but I'm just being honest, man. That shit is, when I try to click in, that shit is, just saying, just being honest. Just from an outside viewership perspective. You feel me? Cristiano Carranza, shout out to Kansas City. Shout out to the Midwest. Shout out to Missouri. You heard? You heard? Stet Wick, Tiny Solid. All right, we getting caught up to the chat. We gonna be able to move on in a second. You should build an AR-15 and stream it. Ooh, that'll be fire. You can't get a AR-15 in California without the palm grip. It's gotta have, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a hand grip on the handle, so where you can't hold the handle like a real pistol. So it's like it's a weird hold for the ARs. The AR legalities are different out here in California than Texas. So I'd have to get it in Texas, build it, bring it here, do the whole shit. But you never know. Never know. Let me see. Uncle Biscuit said, nah, when them folks went on Apollo, he was agreeing with everything they were saying. Now look, when you in a group of people and everybody is saying one thing, sometimes it is hard for somebody to be the black sheep. A lot of people aren't always comfortable with being the standout opinionated person. I was that person. I'm comfortable with that. I can be in a room with 20 people and every 20 people can say the same thing. And if I feel strongly about it, I don't give a fuck what the wave is saying. I'm going to go against the wave. That's just me, not trying to be confrontational or nothing like that. But I'm going to stand up for what I believe in. So some people are not like that. And that's no offense to Tiny. But some people are group dwellers where they go with what the group is saying because they don't want to feel ostracized. They don't want to feel pointed out and be different so they can be attacked. I was comfortable with that. That's why I was attacked, because I was comfortable being different. I didn't just follow the trends over there. I didn't just go with the flow. I always had my own opinion. I always voiced it. I always stood on it. I always, hence the Kendrick Drake shit or whatever, I always stood on my own too. Some people aren't like that. So maybe in the group setting where jokes are being thrown and shit's going out, you might just go ahead and go with the flow, even though you may feel a little bit differently. So I don't blame him for that. That's his homies. He know them better than he know me. So I'm going to just take that with a grain of salt. You feel me? Yeah, we out of here on that, though. For sure, for sure. JB, let's see. This is a good question. Stet, how you plan on reaching... Man, I'm just trying to catch up in the chat so we can move on. Stet, but y'all got some good takes tonight. I appreciate the engagement. Shout out to the 130 still tapped in on this good night. Stet, how you plan on reaching an audience outside of the FMW base? If you were smart, you would have kept it civil, as many of them as you could. Why? That's my point, bro. I'm not going to change who I am and belittle myself or my beliefs or my manhood to fit in for the sake of viewership. I don't need to have that to reach an audience outside of it. If you contradicted yourself, if I was still indulging in that, I'm only going to reach the audience inside of it, right? If I'm only talking about them and going back and forth with them, I'm only going to ping pong that viewership. I'm never going to be able to excel and grow. So the best bet is to cut that off almost cold turkey so that if you're watching me for that, you get the fuck on and I have room to embrace new people. That's my answer to that. All right, let's go. We're going now. We're moving down. Can you customize a gun like how we do in Call of Duty from attachments to the camo? Ooh, that'd be fire, bro. Blind to the BS with the money bags. I appreciate you dropping them joints. Context Matters, episode 22. The team, the king is back. You heard? Cali boy, I see you with the money bags. Lila with the money bags. Zaza Mar with the money bags. Real ones. Raul, that's a crazy comment. I don't even know if I got time to address that because I don't really deal with that problem, my boy. But confidence is key, man. Blood flow is important. Eat the right foods. That's very important. Eat the right foods. Get that anxiety out of your blood. Stop watching porn. Those are the little things that probably can help you with that, my boy. I can't help you too much with that one, gang. The YouTube streets miss you, man. Hey, I appreciate it, bro. I'm back in these streets, man. I ain't gonna let y'all down no more. What we gonna do is we just gonna forward motion, as the boy with the sketchy beard would say. JB, nah, you get into the algorithm, more viewers you have. That's cool. So if that's the case, I need lower viewers, right? Because I want out of that algorithm. That's why I stopped streaming for 2 weeks. 50% of the reason. I want out of that. Man. Real Clip Films, what's up, gang? You must be from the East Coast. I appreciate you tapping in. I appreciate the subscription. You heard? Money bag. You just dropped one. Niners TV, what's up, man? You just dropped the money bag. Shout out to the money bags for the clips. I'm rocking with it. Make sure y'all drop the money bags everywhere else so they know we prevalent out here, man. We prevalent. Of course, Raul. Of course, man. I know I wasn't too in depth of a comment or a response, but that was a cold question randomly. Just believe in yourself, man. Confidence is key, dog. Find you a woman who ain't gonna judge you and knock that shit to the motherfucking wall, nigga. Build up that confidence. That's gonna get you good. See, Charles Oakley. I guess since this is the first episode back, I don't know much about it, bro. I think I did see before I went on my hiatus, I think that was a couple weeks old. I did see that they're trying to piece up. We ain't gonna say names, but I see if anybody's watching the chat, Charles Oakley had a good question. I don't know. That just goes to show you what's real and what's fake and true colors, right? It just goes to show you that the things that I say hurt so bad and are so real that it's like, oh, fuck. Maybe I'm really this way, and now my pride and my ego won't allow me to admit that I'm wrong so that I can piece shit up. But at this point, I don't really care. But it just goes to show you, if you're willing to do that with that person who literally could give a shit if you lived or died, that just goes to show you a lot about a person's character. And again, we leave everything at that. You heard? We got another super chat in the building. Cristiano, man, $2. I appreciate you, bro. That means a lot. $2 goes a long way in this day and age. It's a half a gallon of gas, gang. I appreciate you, bro. I can get me about 15 miles somewhere off that $2. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. That's all that matters is the engagement. Numbers down across the board. Let's talk about it. I talked about it briefly. Only for so long can you ingest shit. Shit content, shit food, shit whatever. There's only so long your body's going to tolerate it, your mind's going to tolerate it. Us as humans, we grow and evolve. Most of us grow and evolve as we mature. As we get older, we mature. So viewership is down because people like me are exposing bullshit, and then people like y'all are starting to see it like, damn, maybe this is brain rot. Maybe the shit I'm consuming really is rotting my brain. So viewership is down. Also, we're in a time now where money is important. People are working more, and lifetime, people are understanding time is important, and we don't want to give our time to drama and bullshit. I did it too. I stopped giving all that shit viewership, so I understand it. And I'm okay with my viewership going down because, like I said, this is the cleanse. We're bathing the bullshit. We washing these dirty niggas away and these dirty fucking viewers away. You feel me? Views don't matter. Shout out to Kilo, man. I appreciate you, brother. He says views don't matter. Context matters for real. The real one's always gonna know real from the fake. Yes, sir. Salute to you. That's what I'm trying to preach. Context matters. Fuck viewership. That will come as the context gets good and better and better and better. That's what this is about. You heard? Not their algorithm food, the algorithm overall. Okay. Discipline in every aspect. Yep. Quality over quality over quantity. Yeah, man. Respect to the law. Respect to the law. Respect to the law. It's still the law.
Respect for the law. Respect for the law. Respect for the law.
Always respect the law. Hank the Tank, what's up, bro? Real one still tapped in. You heard? All right, I've caught up. My boy said he stopped watching that shit. I don't blame you, nigga. That shit is brain rot. It's literally, I had to step outside of trying to be cool with niggas and fit in to realize the shit I was consuming when I did consume it was fucking with me. No more. All right, cool. We got out of that topic. I caught up with the chat. I answered some questions. I do want to get back into what the show is about because we still got a bunch of topics to get to. And we will get to them. You know what I'm saying? Next one up is, y'all was already talking about it. We briefly, we don't have to talk about the Tory stabbing. We did understand he got stabbed 14 times. He's in jail. We don't know if it was race related. Supposedly he dissed. This is just a quick summary. Supposedly he dissed the person who stabbed him, dissed his dead wife, or got into some jail altercation. So I don't think it was race related. But those are narratives. These things happen in jail. I don't know much prison politics, so I'm going to stay away from that per se. But hopefully, Tory's good. He gets away from that. We don't want to see our talented individuals, guilty or not, we don't want to see them locked away. You know what I mean? Especially if ain't no murderer or child molester. Cali boy, man, we just here for some game and a share game. The drama is not it. Yes, sir. And I ain't gonna lie. I see more game being shared in my chat than anywhere else when I do consume. So that just goes to show what we got going on over here is positive as a motherfucker. All right, so we're moving on out of Tory Meg. We'll see what develops from that. I appreciate y'all input. Let's move on to this one, right? This is a newer conversation. Is just developing, and this can go a little deeper with the context. So DDG and Halle Bailey, man, y'all started talking about this already. I want to know y'all take on it and what it means to y'all. So here goes my take first. Let me give y'all my monologue as y'all fill up the chat with y'all mindset and concepts on this. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, because there is an innocent child that's in the middle of this. And I also feel like whether there is domestic abuse or things like that that occur in relationships, not only should that stay private, but it should not bring in the kids. The kids should not be the pawn that we play with or we utilize in these situations. And I feel like women, respectfully to the women in the chat and women in the tribe, I feel like women will do that and hold children over the man's head when they're not happy with the relationship. In this case, Holly is saying that there was domestic violence happened on one occurrence. She's came out and said on one occurrence that domestic violence has occurred. Now, I don't agree with domestic violence, but let's all be real. Let's all be real. In love-heavy relationships, passionate relationships, things happen. We're not advocate for it whatsoever. It's not okay. Women put their hands on their significant other. Men put their hands on their significant other. There's ways to go about it and ways to do it and ways to avoid it, of course. But at the same time, we can't sit here and act like these celebrities are the only people that are having this happen. It's a problem that they're in the public eye because now it's going to put a negative image on these celebrities, the ones that are looked at like domestic abusers. And why is it always accepted when the woman says, oh, he put his hands on me, but we don't never take into account what the woman did? Now, I'm not saying it's okay, But you can't verbally provoke, you can't physically provoke a man just because he's a man and expect him not to defend himself, get you off of him, do whatever. In the heat of the moment, sometimes things happen. So supposedly she's saying that on the day that DDG came to pick up his child, they were arguing. As DDG is strapping Halo in the car seat, they're arguing, going back and forth. Some shit occurs where he grabs her arm or pushes her against the car. She gets a bruise on her arm, and supposedly her head was slammed against the steering wheel. Now, to me, that sounds crazy. It sounds far-fetched, because if we look at the realization of putting a kid in a car seat, you're strapping the kid in the back seat of the car seat in DDG's car. He's picking the child up. Let's visualize this. He's picking the child up, strapping him in the car seat, is walking around or going then to the driver's seat to get in his car to sit down. Why is Holly in the driver's seat at this point in his car when he's picking up his child to leave? For him to supposedly slam her head against the steering wheel. That just sounds like a stretch, bro. And whether there was some domestic abuse that happened that day, to now publicly, granted all court records most in part are public, but to now publicly go get a restraining order when you have custody of a young child that you're gonna have to be around each other for the sake of, to me, is just a mess. That's foul. That's out of pocket. You can't go ask for a restraining order and make it public because now you got to stay 100 feet away from me, 100 yards away from me, and the courts automatically grant this shit. Why is that, tribe? Why is it fair that women will put in a restraining order and claims of domestic abuse, claims, just a picture, that bruise could have came from anybody. That chipped tooth could have came from anybody. I'm not saying it didn't happen. But the courts are so quick to be like, all right, restraining order. You got to stay away from her. Any event that she's at, you can't be at. You got to leave. Any place she's at, you can't be around. You can't even go pick up your child now. You can't do all this because the strength of a woman just saying things. To me, that is foul and out of pocket. You can't I don't feel like courts should be able to grant a restraining order based off of an allegation. Restraining orders should be granted based off of a conviction or this was proven beyond a reasonable doubt that this happened. Now let's grant a restraining order. So any woman can just go to my girl right now can go to the courts and be like, oh, my boyfriend Stet, he beat me up. He did this. I'm scared for my life. I need a restraining order. Boom. Restraining order. Now I got to stay away from her. And then it brings into the fact of they have a son. They got a pawn. She using him as a pawn. You know that's going to pull on the man's heartstrings. Now you're trying to keep the kid away from him and grant sole custody. That's crazy to me, y'all. How the fuck can this woman say with an allegation this occurred with no proof? He be on the chat, he be in his live stream bigging her up, saying positive comments, never downing her. He's not on there talking shit, going back and forth. But she can say this, and now the court says she was granted sole legal and physical custody of her 16-month-old son. That is bullshit to me, bro. This is why people like Kanye and shit are lashing out, because you're using my child, my most prized possession on this earth, my most prized creation, my most prized being on this earth. You're now holding it over my head as a pawn, as if our domestic situation would ever affect the child or my love for the child. Why? Because I'm mad at my mom, am I going to neglect my child, bro? That's crazy to me. DDG seems right in his mind to where he can separate the two and be able to have time with his child and visitation without having to have it chaperoned. Now he can't even see his kid. He can only see his kid for like 6 hours a week or something with supervised visitation. That's fucked up. That's what I don't agree with. Granted, I don't agree with domestic violence, but I also don't agree with when there's a child in the middle that it's okay to use that child as a pawn in the relationship and to keep them away from their family, from their father. This is a 16-month-old boy. He needs to be around his father. This is why society has a problem with demasculizing men and men are being less masculine, because shit like this, broken up households, the courts automatically grant Damn, it's making sense now. Broken up households, the courts automatically grant custody to the mom. That's crazy. Unless you can prove your mother is fucked up, that's crazy. Hold on 1 second, tribe. This is a family member calling. 1 second. Respect. My bad, tribe. That was my mom calling. I had to address some shit going on, respectfully. But I'm back. I don't want to, again, advocate for domestic violence, but we can't use the child to separate the family and the household. And now you're looking for custody, sole legal custody, like you can't trust him with his son. That's crazy to me. She should. Now, the restraining order is one thing. The restraining order is one thing. Oh, let me go back here. We can't sit here and act like that's okay, man. That's detrimental to the household more so than anything. If he's not showing abuse or neglect to the child, bringing in to get sole legal and physical custody of the 16-month-old is not okay. That's not okay. He don't seem to be an unfit father. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but that's my problem with this. That's the part to me that is like very toxic and detrimental, and that's the part I have a problem with. You know what I mean? And again, if we're going back to the relationship aspect, nobody's relationship is perfect. Everybody has verbal spats, domestic verbal spats that could potentially lead into something physical. People get drunk, people act out, men have to defend themselves sometimes. Not saying you sock the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you do all the extras, but to get a bruise on your arm because I'm trying to get you off me is not me being domestic to you. And that's not fair. It's not fair. That's not okay. And I don't agree with it. Point blank, period. We'll see what comes from this, but my heart hurts for DDG. I'm not going to lie. I couldn't imagine being the father for the first time. You have your son, and you want to be around him and be present, but the mother is saying, nah, you can't. You can't even see your son unless there's somebody in the room with you. I can't bond with my son. I can't pick my son up without having somebody to supervise. That to me is so out of pocket. And again, it's very detrimental to the child. Let's think about the child at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And that will actually lead me into my next topic. Let me see. Which is nothing to click on, but let's stay in it. Well, let's stay there. Let's go for what's the point of a restraining order? Because 9 times out of 10, a restraining order is so that you can't be around each other in public places. What is the point of that? To me, that's just catcall for like to piss somebody off. Like, I'm gonna come stalk you and like, I just don't get it, bro. I don't get the whole restraining order thing, man. But okay, so that leads me into Kanye, Kim, and his kids, because we're still kind of in the same vein as far as not allowing Ye to see his kids. Now, it's a little bit different because Ye is showing signs of instability. If we're being 100% honest, I rock with Ye. I don't have no problem with Ye, what he chooses to do and who he chooses to go against and all his anti-Semitic ways. Just because I rock with Ye doesn't mean I'm anti-Semitic or nothing like that. But if he feels the way he feels, he's a smart man. We got to let him feel how he feels. But he is showing signs of instability to where you may not want your child, or the court may seem like Ye at this moment mentally is not fit to watch his child. And rightfully so, right? If you're showing this much instability, being around a 5, 6, 7-year-old, whatever Saint is, or his older daughters, when you have a woman parading around completely naked, granted it's just nudity, but when you have kids around and Kim doesn't know what's going on, it can be detrimental to the kids just as much as it's detrimental to them not being around. So yes, you got to be wary of those things, but that's not the same with DDG. He's not showing these things and instabilities the way Ye is. Respectfully, Ye is showing instabilities, right? The racism, all the personal details he's disclosing on Twitter and social media, and it looks like he's unstable, right? It looks like he's a little unstable, but still, that's the type of man that would need supervised visitation. You know what I mean? Like, that's when supervised visitation, I think, is an okay answer. You know what I mean? Instead of like individuals, when he can just take them and do whatever and nobody knows what's going on or what's being said or heard or seen or what he's preaching to them. I get it. He does need to calm down, and that could help his case to get his kids back or start to see his kids. But again, you're using the children as pawns in a relationship that you don't agree with. Or you don't agree with him, so now the kids can't see him. It's tricky, and that leads me to this point right here. Something that Candace Owens said, and I don't know if it's just I'm getting older and just getting outside this little matrix, but I rock with some of the shit Candace Owens be saying. Let me play this for y'all real quick. All right, let me play this for y'all real quick. And I'm going to make a quick call, but I want to listen at the same time, all right? Y'all watch this for me. Let me check in with my mother real quick. Shout out to all the moms out there. Happy belated to all the... belated Mother's Day to all the mothers in the chat or people with wives and kids that had a Mother's Day. I want y'all to hear this real quick, man. This is important. Let me check on my mama, and let's listen to this.
I will always love Ye. I will always defend him because I think he did one of the bravest things in speaking about what happened to him, and the questions were never answered about what Harley Pasternak did to him that night. And I think it's what was done to Brittany.
This is going to lead us, Tribe, into a different conversation with Ye, or could not, but just follow along with what she's saying real quick while I check in with my mom. All right, y'all follow along. Appreciate y'all rocking with me.
Spears, based on my readings of MK Ultra program, which has never been stopped. I think Harley Pasternak it's extremely problematic, and he's literally telling you what happened to him and no one's listening. And everyone's like, he's gone crazy. They drugged me against my will, and when you read those experiments of how they could literally give somebody a mental disorder via a cocktail of drugs, LA becomes very scary.
Who was that? I didn't hear
Harley Pasternak, the trainer that trains all the stars that keep dying in baths.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Aaron Carter, when he reached out to Kanye, and when Kanye said Harley Pasternak did this, Aaron Carter tweeted at Kanye and said, we should talk. And then that was his last tweet. The next day, Aaron Carter was found dead in a bath. There's something very evil brewing in Hollywood, and I think he was one of the bravest people ever who spoke out on what happened to him. And I won't deal with everybody talking about the after when we're not talking about the before.
Mm-hmm. You don't think his stuff is a bit much now, though?
Like I said, we got to deal with the before. Like Kanye was Kanye, and then Harley Pasternak took him to his house and got an ambulance and had him drugged and admitted that in a text message. He said, I'll do it again and we'll take you to La La Land. He was military trained in the Canadian military and was allowed to experiment with drugs on humans. He spoke about that openly. What the hell is he doing as a gym trainer in LA to all the stars? So I have questions about what happened to Kanye, and I will always be, until we get those answers and the media really looks into Harley Pasternak, who was also Brittany Murphy's trainer. It's just weird.
I know you're smart. I can smell the smartness. Yay.
I will always love Ye. I will always defend him because I think.
My bad, tribe. I'm back. I did tune in. I know what's going on with this shit. So this is I kind of agree with Candace Owens. Whether Kanye's going through something, we don't know what happened to him. You know, he's been through trauma his whole life. He's been attacked his whole life for being an individual, a free thinker, and we've low-key kind of punished Ye for being that way, being a black sheep. And the shit that he's been through has probably led him down this path. And who knows what this Harley Pasternak person did to him. MK Ultra's a real thing. Mind programming is a real thing. So I'm still kind of on the fence with the Ye thing. But to tie that in with the kids part is what, to me, is problematic. Because now, when he's not around his kids, whether his kids are seeing stuff online that he's doing and they're not allowed to be around his father and let him see that he's a real man and a real father, they're only seeing what the narratives say, his kids are going to start feeling some type of way about him. And to me, that's very detrimental. So there has to be a middle ground. Let that man see his kids with voluntary supervision. He said he can't see the kids, and there's no domestic violence in there with Kim at all. But he can't see the kids even with somebody chaperoning it. You ain't seen your son all year? No wonder he's tripping out the way he's tripping out. That would fuck me up too. Could you imagine going to sleep at night and waking up and starting your day and doing the whole thing and you can't even communicate with your child? That would be horrible. That would be fucked up. And it would cause you to go off this path and really mess with your brain. You know what I'm saying? That, in my opinion, it would. I don't see why it would not. To me, that is detrimental to the child and Ye's mental health. You want to heal that man some? Let him around his children. Let him around his children if you want to heal that man. That would be something that I would recommend to do that, and that's I want to pull that off of, they go hand in hand, because Ye is kind of spiraling a little bit, at least it looks like, and that could be part of the reason why. You know what I mean? That could be part of the reason why. But yeah, y'all can let me know in the comments what y'all think. I always review the chat afterwards. I know I'm kind of thrown off a little bit because I'm dealing with something that's kind of important with my mom. But we're going to keep pushing through a little bit longer and get through some of these topics. And then we'll do what we do and move on and get up out of here. But I still got a few more topics I want to go over, especially since it's my first stream back. I don't want to shortchange y'all. And I want to get into this context that matters. Because what we about to do right now is drop some. No, see, I almost spoke too soon. Let's stay in this vein. We're not gonna drop gems yet with our segments. We are gonna go into out of pocket. Wait, where'd it go?
Oh my God, bro. Oh hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. Get your goddamn
Out of pocket, gang. That's where we at. We in out of pocket, man. That's crazy. So, in that same vein, like I was just saying, with domestic violence and women putting their hands on men and when it's deemed okay and when it's not, and it's wrong if a man responds or gets physical back to some extent. Who is wrong in this situation? Who is out of pocket? This is what I want to know, tribe. Who is wrong? Who is out of pocket? What is accept? Man, ain't no way this page don't exist. Come on, bruh. I for sure got that link right. Hold on, bruh. Hold on, man. Let me make sure, because I had something I want to ask y'all. In the meantime, I'm going to find the other one. How the fuck that link don't work? That's weak. Oh, here it go. Here you go. Hold on, tribe. Let me send this to myself so I can click it. I want to know what y'all think. It's an older video, but it's in that same pocket of man versus women and physical contact and what is deemed okay versus what's not. And I want to know what y'all think. And if y'all haven't seen this, this is hella out of pocket. At least in my opinion, the whole situation is out of pocket more so than an individual or a sex in this situation, male or female. Here you go. 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 Why this page don't exist? But it's right here on my phone. Fuck. Stupid ass X Twitter bullshit. I still got Twitter on my phone. My app is still the Bird. I didn't update the app ever. So maybe that's why the X is not working. It's supposed to be X on the computer and it's a Twitter link. But yeah, it's not working on my shit. Damn, that's some bullshit. I'm gonna have to end up updating that. Fuck. All right, let's see if I can move on to another one because I got two in this pocket. Oh, this is a Twitter link too. Don't do me like that. But this one works. That's crazy. All right. Who is out of pocket in this situation? Because the man, y'all might have seen this. I don't know. The men run up as if the guy in the gray tee is doing something wrong, right? So y'all don't know if y'all seen this. This guy right here in this gray t-shirt is having a conversation with a group of women. The one or two of the women, let me narrate before I show y'all so y'all know what y'all looking at. One or two of the women start to like physically touch him and go in his pockets. Like they're trying to take something out of his pockets, money, phone, whatever. They're invading his space, his privacy. They're touching him first. He wows out. Let me play this. He wows out, but men run up and try to pull him away and get on him as if he's tripping out. Who is out of pocket in this situation? Hold on. Let me make sure y'all know where we at. Let me make sure y'all know where we at, man. Because I like to stay in line. You feel me? Ugh. Who is out of pocket in this? This is the same. This is what I'm talking about the whole domestic violence. Men putting their hands on women, women putting their hands on men. When is it okay to defend yourself or to put your hands back on a woman? You're not doing nothing. Stop touching me, pushing me. I'm trying to grab my own shit. Look, now she in his pockets. She over here touching him physically. The first girl pushing him. Now this girl is going in his pockets. Strong arm robbery.
They going in his pockets. They going in that nigga pockets.
And she laughing. Run in that nigga pockets. Now watch what happened.
Run in that nigga pockets. They running this nigga pockets. They going in that nigga pockets.
Bop, 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 bop. And the men run up like, chill out, chill out, chill out. No. This bitch was just physically assaulting me and then trying to steal from me and strong arm robbing me. Tifase, what's up, my boy? I ain't seen you in this bitch in a minute. Yeah, I wonder what is up with that. What is up with that? I ain't gonna be messy. None of the mods else gonna be messy with you. I'm just trolling. Everybody in here, we one big happy tribe, man. We smooth. We not doing that in here. None of that back and forth. But look. Shout out to you for popping back in. I ain't seen you in a minute, Brody. Why is this a problem that this man started duking this bitch up? I don't see nothing wrong with it. I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm not cool with the physical assaulting women, but you're assaulting me. You pushing me. You going in my pocket, strong arm robbing me. I'm socking your stupid ass too, bitch. Push, physically. Push me against the car. Oh, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, he let it slide. He let it slide. Now she going in his pockets physically, fucking with me, pulling my shorts down, trying to steal what I got. No, bitch, get your ass off me.
They going in that nigga pocket.
See, women think they invincible to the point where they can just do whatever and the consequences don't ensue. This is not okay.
They running that nigga pocket. They running this nigga pocket. They going that nigga pocket.
Bink, 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 bink. Bink, bitch. And he like ready to squab with the nigga. All right, let's finish it off. Look, why is all these niggas on him? It'd be different if maybe they didn't see what happened first. But bruh, I get pull him away, but y'all on him like y'all pressing him. That's fucked up. Watch this view. Watch this view. He was banking this bitch up. Watch this view. Oh, and she punched him first. Oh, hell no. See, this is what I'm talking about. Women like this need to be knocked out. You don't have your right because you're a woman to put your hands on a man and not expect consequences. It don't work like that. She swung twice just from him trying to get her hands out of his pockets. She swung on him. Bitch, you ain't finna punch me. Bop, 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 bop. Slumped her stupid ass. Sleep.
Oh my God.
Dumb bitch.
Oh my God.
I'm not for it, bruh. This is when I'm talking about the domestic violence shit. I'm not for it. You're not gonna be okay putting your hands on me. Bitch, you fucking up everything I got going on, bruh.
Oh my
You
God.
punching me and shit? No.
Oh my God.
So that's what I'm saying. That just ties into women who think, and I'm not saying this is what happened with Holly and DDG. She hit him, did all that shit first. It makes it okay. But if them restraining orders and all those shit, they never find out the shit that happened first. You know what I'm saying? They never happened first. Damn, y'all, I'm gonna have to check in with my mom in a minute. So I'm gonna have to wrap this up in a minute, respectfully. Hold on. Which cool. We getting close. Damn, I wanted to talk about that. I'm gonna save this for Thursday because this other dropping gems topic, respectfully, tribe, I am gonna have to check out for a second just to make sure everything going on over there is okay. But let me see if I can cover one more in this out of pocket vein, and then I will save my dropping gems, my Stetspiracies, and my fair to say. I apologize, but priorities is priorities. Family come first. I love y'all to death. This is the last one I'm gonna cover for tonight for the moment. I appreciate y'all tapping in, but let's talk about this too, because we live in a society where people prioritize money over love, and money is just the greatest thing. Like, if you're not making money or you ain't got money or money's not the priority to focus, everything else goes by the wayside. I don't agree with that whatsoever. Money is needed, but it's not the end all be all, and it should not trump any type of love or family relationship or significant other relationship. Let's hear this out. Let's listen to this, and let's have some dialogue on this before we dip out of here, man. It's a good conversation. Check this out.
Money like you at ESTG.
Why don't you?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's why I had to.
Just because you ain't had no money, you left him?
Had to.
That ain't right. I don't like that.
If he's making more money than me, if I'm making more money than him,
You should help him get some more money.
How am I gonna do that though? If I have my own career, I'm doing what I'm doing.
A woman's supposed to be a helpmate.
I feel like a man is supposed to be that for a girl.
A man's supposed to be a leader.
You right.
You're supposed to help him be a better leader.
Context matters.
So I was in the wrong. Now I'm the bad guy. I'm always the bad guy.
You looking for a daddy.
I ain't looking for a daddy. I got my own money. I got my own money. I could do what I do. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't need a guy.
You know what it is? Women these days, and I'm gonna let this play through. Women these days are too masculine, bro. That's why I be telling all my homies and men out there, man, find you a woman that you love that's a little bit more docile, a little bit not as aggressive and loud and like ready to pop they shit at every man and like just be real like wild, because she sound like a nigga. If I make more money than you, then you ain't shit. Bitch, you should be helping him. Or you should be encouraging him. Now, it's different if the nigga is a deadbeat. If he's a deadbeat with no motivation, he's just doing nothing all day. He not making no money on the side. He not hustling. He don't even have a hustler's mentality. You've never seen no business acumen from him ever. That's different. If he's just a low-life bum nigga eating fast food and sleeping on your couch and doing all kind of shit, using up all your resources, then yeah, maybe. But if you love this man just because your job happens to pay you, and it's a job, bitch, you work for the radio station. Like, let's be real. You work for the radio station. You not over here. You ain't driving no Bentleys and Rolls Royces with millions of dollars. You ain't just big time living it up. You probably make $100 grand a year, if that, being on the radio. You got a little bit of clout, so you think your money goes a long way. You a boss, bitch. That to me is nasty work, nasty behavior. So she breaks up with her ex because she makes more money than him. Bitch, I wish my girl would make more money than me. I would support it. I'm not finna sit there and be like a bum and just mooch off of her. I'm gonna try to provide everything I can in between my downtime, my rough time, whatever I'm going through. Yeah, I'm gonna contribute. I'm gonna help her on the house. I'm gonna help with her business. I'm gonna help her do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. But women are like so caught up in this lifestyle of like glamour, glitz, and celebrity and fame that they think clout and money is the end all be all for the definition of love. That's nasty work. Let me let this bitch finish talking. She made me cringe like a motherfucker. Matter of fact, let me refresh this and I'm gonna let it play all the way through and we gonna talk before I get up out of here. This is nasty work. Nasty work. Let me let this one play for y'all. From the top, and I ain't gonna cut it off. We gonna let it play.
He don't got money like you, ESTG.
Why don't he?
Wait. He don't got money like you, ESTG. So now you lightweight flirting with a rapper because he got chains on and he rap and make more money than you. So now you on his dick and you comparing the nigga you was in love with to a rapper who has a career, who gets paid for their art and whatever and who made it luckily in this industry. Not saying he's a bad rapper, he dope. But I'm saying to make it as a rapper, it takes luck. Skill, but it takes luck and a team and an investment and all that. So now he ain't got money like you, ESTG. So you gonna leave a man, your man that you love and fell in love with and got it out the mud with, who was probably with you before you got this job, and because he don't make more money than you at the moment, you gonna leave him. And then you gonna big up another rapper and suck his dick live on air talking about, he don't got money like you, ESTG. All right, I'm gonna let it rock. I'm getting hot. I'm gonna let it rock.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's why I had it.
Just because he ain't got no money, you left him?
Hey, I appreciate that, Vinny. Good looking,
Yeah,
gang.
right.
Much love.
Like
She's
that.
okay, though.
If he's
She's
making
okay.
more
It ain't
money
nothing
than
crazy
me.
serious.
I mean, if I'm
She's
making more
okay,
money than
but
him,
it's just a lot going
You should
on.
help him get some more money.
how am I gonna do that though? If I have my own career, I'm doing what I'm doing.
A woman's supposed to be a helpmate.
Bitch, you don't have a... I said I was... Man, see? I'm getting hot. I said I was going to let it play through, but she's saying stupid shit. How am I going to help him? How am I going to help a man get some money and do some shit if I'm focused on my own career? So, bitch, you can't multitask? Bitch, you can't go work your 2-hour shift at the fucking radio station and then go home and then help your man hustle? Y'all can't create a business together? You can't use your clout and business acumen that you learning from all these people and all these networks that you making to help put your man on something? He just got to go make more money than you. That's crazy to me. That's out of pocket to me, dog. You, bitch, you work at the radio station. Bitch, you have a job. This not no career. They gonna ship your stupid ass off in 2-3 years. Chances most radio DJs don't last forever, nigga. Radio hosts, they don't last forever. Motherfuckers don't even listen to the radio no more. So you been so big up on your clout and you think you look cute because you make $5 grand a month take home. You make $1,200 a week take home type shit. Radio station ain't paying like that. So you make your little check, you think you doing something, your man make a little less than you, you leave him. That's crazy work. And you got a career. I got my own career, so I can't even. But if he had his own career and you ain't have shit, bitches like this gonna expect a man to help her. Babe, can you give me a nail shop? Babe, can you give me, I wanna be a content creator. Babe, can you help me do this? You got all this money, why can't you help me? Bitch! So why is it that you can't do the same thing back with him? You gonna leave him because, bro, I'm hot, bro. That's weak as fuck.
Mate,
I feel like a man is supposed to be that for a girl.
a man's supposed to be a leader.
You right.
Preach.
You're supposed to help him be a better leader.
I don't know. So I was in the wrong. Now I'm the bad guy. I'm always the bad guy.
You looking for a daddy?
I ain't looking for a daddy. I got my own money.
Ooh, she got
I
that
got
hurt.
my own money. I could do what I do. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't need a guy for money.
But you want one?
I want
If you don't need a man for money, he hit it right on the head, but you want one. You just said you don't need a man for money. Then why the fuck do you break up with a man because he ain't got no less money than you? If you just said I don't need a daddy, I got my own money, so why the fuck these bitches be so brainwashed by what the society is doing with designer brands and flashy shit and social media that these bitches is fucking airheads, dog. I'm so glad I met my woman and she's not materialistic and not financially money driven about everything. Yes, money's important. We understand that. But my nigga, if that controls your loyalty and your love, you is not a real person. This bitch just said, I don't need a man for money. I got my own money. But then 5 seconds earlier, she said she left that nigga because she make more money than him. Bitch, if you make more money than him and don't need him for money, then what the fuck are you, bitch? Bruh.
a man to be stable. If I was to leave him, I want him to be...
So he wasn't stable?
He was okay, but...
Stupid bitch! Stupid bitch, airhead on my mama, airhead, dog. He was stable, but you better be lucky in this economy, in this climate, that a man can be stable and can contribute some income with how tough it is out here. And you gonna sit there and act like he asked her straight-faced in the motherfucker. I wish I could rewind on Instagram. He asked her straight-faced in a bitch. So he wasn't stable? I mean... Hey, I guess he was So everybody got to be rapper rich. Everybody got to be Uncle Biscuit, crazy timing, right? Oh, my mom, I know what you're saying. It's crazy, bro, how this shit be working out like this for me. That just let me know how God got me in the right space, bro. I'm in the right trajectory, man. That's all I feel. That's what I feel about it.
Context matters.
This bitch just had the audacity to say, he was stable. So between your big salary, bitch, and your man's stable salary, y'all can't have a good life until you help build him up, or he creates something, or he find a better paying job, or he learns a little hustle. Like, I don't know if her nigga was a lowlife, but I'm just speaking of it. She said her man was stable. Listen.
But I was making more than him.
So he was stable though.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Oh! Bro, that shit just rubbed me the wrong way because I'm so against this culture of celebrity and fame and clout and money and like money makes you important. I'm so against that. I'm so against that. Just lets me know this bitch is a gold digger. She didn't love this man. You know what I'm saying? She didn't love this man, if that's what you can sit there and say it. She literally got caught in her own tracks and said, yeah, I guess he was stable. Maybe I was tripping.
So why you leaving then? You said you just want...
Because he wasn't doing better than me. I need a guy doing better than me. And if he's not doing better than me, then...
You sound like a fucking airhead. You talk like an airhead. Who is this bitch? Who is this bitch? She thought she had a friend. She thought she was cool. Her whole perspective is influenced by what the internet says. Thank you! This is what I'm saying, y'all. I'm so against this way of life, bro. I'm so against this clout, money-driven, popularity contest life, bro. I fucking hate it. I hate it with everything in me, especially how much it's influenced the women. Because it's got them acting out of character like this, bro. You want this man that you got to be doing better than me. So that what? You can think you just gonna pocket all your little paycheck and your man's supposed to pay all the bills, miss. I'm not going 50-50. We don't do 50-50. My man pay all the bills. I use my money for my hair and my purses and shit. Bitch, you a airhead, gang. You a airhead, bro. This shit is weird as fuck to me, man.
I guess.
He read this bitch like a book, yo, and he low-key looked disgusted with her after this. Like, I don't even want to talk to this airhead bitch. You pink hair bitch.
Everybody's different. Everybody's different. I just feel like that's... He don't got money like you, ESTG.
We're going to let it run back all the way through, and then we're going to summarize before I get off and go check in with my family. Shout out to the tribe. I appreciate the 115. Oh, he live to 100 viewers. He got 100 viewers. Put 100 people in a motherfucking room, bitch. You can't put 100 people in a fucking room. The shows you make with eight other names on the bill can't even fill 100 fucking people. You fat bitch. Okay. See? I'm not perfect. I might get triggered every once in a while. I might get triggered. But at the end, my viewership total reaches better percentage conversion rate than your fat bastard. Anyway, shout out to the 100 loyal people in here. We washed that algorithm. We got all the bullshit ass niggas out of here. We got the real tribe in here. We got my real mods in here. We got the real people who want to have real discussions about real life. And we don't want to eat shit no more. We don't want to even eat that shit no more. We eating good now. We living better. You keep spewing out that bullshit, nigga, to your weak-ass viewership who would turn on you in a heartbeat. I'm building something loyal to my 100 viewers, my 100 live viewers. Yo, fat fucking ass need to go lose 100 calories, bitch. You knock-kneed, slew-foot bastard. All right, see? That's how I know I got to wrap up for the night, because when I start getting in my mode where I get a little angry and, like, want to say fuck you, I'm just going to let it out. This is what it is. Money bags in the fucking chat. If you still tuned in and you got your chat up, I know some people just listening as late as fucking night. If you got your chat up, drop some money bags. I appreciate you. I'm going to let this airhead talk one more time. And we're going to summarize and we're going to get up out of here. We're going to close out. I love y'all, tribe. For real, for real.
Why don't you?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's why I had to.
Just because you ain't had no money, you left him?
Had to.
That ain't right. I don't like that.
If he's making more money than me, if I'm making more money than him,
You should help him get some more money.
How am I going to do that, though? If I have my own career, I'm doing what I'm doing.
It's supposed to, a woman.
Bitch, you work at 99 jams.
I feel like a man is supposed to be.
You work at 99 jams, bitch. A radio station personality pay is not that motherfucking good. That shit is weird. Somebody said tag your single sisters in the comments. Vinny, shout out to my boy Vinny trying to shoot his shot. Hey, shoot your shot. We can double date, gang. Fuck it. Get this. You work at 99 jams. They rotate hosts quarterly. Ain't nobody listening to the fucking radio anyway, bitch. I got my own career. You got pink nails, a pink shirt, and pink hair. Bitch, who the fuck you think you are? Sticky Minaj?
Be that for a girl.
A man's supposed to be a leader.
You right.
You're supposed to help him be a better leader.
I don't know. So I was in the wrong. Now I'm the bad guy. I'm always the bad guy.
You looking for a daddy.
I ain't looking for a daddy. I got my own money. I can do what I do. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't need a guy for money.
Context matters.
I want a man to be stable. If I was to leave him, I want him to
So he wasn't stable?
He was okay, but I was making more than him.
So he was stable though.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So why you leaving then? You said you just want.
Because he wasn't doing better than me. I need a guy doing better than me, and if he's not doing better than me, then
I guess.
Everybody's different. I just feel like that's. He don't got money like you.
Bruh, we gonna get out of there on that out of pocket, bro, because this bitch is hella out of pocket. That was the out of pockets for the night. I could go on and on about women like that, bro. It's the cringiest shit ever to me. It's very unfortunate because men have a harder time making a substantial income than women do. It's fucking factual. I get it. Men are paid more in certain career paths. I understand that. But women have also the ability to be hired places men can't because of their beauty. Bitches is now bottle workers and serving at the bartender, making more money than fucking lawyers and shit. Because why? Because of your looks and your sex appeal. That's all these bitches is prioritizing nowadays, and it's fucking disgusting to me, yo. It's disgusting, and this is influencing our younger women. Young women now is 18 getting titty jobs, lip injections, weave, eyelashes, makeup, cheek injections, fillers, Botox, liposuction, BBLs, toe reductions and shit. I don't know. These bitches is doing everything now to try to look cute and be popular, and they have an easier chance to make money. These bitches is gold diggers. They got it where they can get money from niggas just because how they look. Most men can't get money from a woman because of how they look. So this is what you doing. This is what you prioritizing and putting out to the world on 99 Jams. Nigga, ESTG is a hood nigga. He just read your stupid ass like a book, bitch. You sound stupid as fuck, bro. That shit is aggravating as hell. Trifling like a bitch. Super trifling. Stinky Minaj. Oh, my mama. That's definitely what it is. All right, tribe. I do have to check in with my mother and what we got going on over there. Again, I appreciate y'all well wishes. My mom is okay personally. There's just other stuff that's occurring that I have to check in on and be present for. She's in Texas, so it's later there. I need to make sure everything is moving okay and going okay. With my loved ones and all that good stuff. So I do have to wrap tonight. We had a good night, man. We did 2.5+ hours, almost 3. We probably would have fucked around and damn near did 4 because I have a couple gems I wanted to drop with y'all, which I'll save for Sunday's episode. For some gems I want to drop. And Stetspiracy I want to do for Sunday, which is perfect because I want to do those on Sundays anyway. And I also want to open the Fair to Say lines back up to where I can holler at y'all verbally until we get the Discord back popping. So, yeah, man, I just want to say, let's wrap this up. I just want to say I appreciate y'all. I had, again, numbers to me don't matter, but for the engagement's sake, I had about 150 people in here all night, which means I know we're cleansing. We were used to be average 250, so that means I know I dropped off 100 people that are just here to suck them niggas' dicks. And we don't do that shit over here, especially not no more. So I do want to appreciate y'all for giving me y'all ear like I always do, the little sentimental closeout. I can't do this without y'all and y'all being present and fucking with me and engaging with me and helping me have these conversations, opening my eyes to shit from the shit that y'all said and me helping open y'all eyes to some shit. Good dialogue matters. Good conversation matters. Context always fucking matters. And there's always truth in that context, man. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all for giving me that ear. Make sure y'all hit me for the money bags. Please don't forget. Y'all support means a lot. Shout out to T5. I know he said he just got his money bag. I appreciate you, bro. Anybody who supported me through Super Chats, you are appreciated again. Yeah, support the gang, man. Get you a rug. Get you a sign. I got a sale going on right now for my tribe members. Hit me. Let me know you part of the tribe in a DM. And I'm going to automatically take 20% off of any sign or rug that you want. 20% off is big. Sometimes that can be up to $100 off most rugs. So get you a rug or a sign. Money bags, I can't really discount. They're not too expensive. That's $30, man. $30 for a money bag pillow, 2 for $55, 3 for $80, 1 for $100. Keep supporting me. Keep supporting the tribe. Fuck with each other in the tribe. I'm going to try to get the Discord back popping and being more present now that I'm off my hiatus. But shout out to my hiatus. Shout out to my 14 days off that I took. And shout out to y'all for coming back and fucking with the real. You know what I'm saying?
You are now watching Context Matters.
This has been Context Matters episode 22. We have done 30 streams on this channel. W for the milestone. We are 70 away from 100, a third of the way there almost. And consistency is key. I apologize for the break. Don't hate me, but just know we coming back better than ever every episode. And your attention and time is appreciated. Much love, tribe. I got some big announcements coming for myself personally too, so stay tuned. Nothing but forward motion and forward progress. You know what I'm saying? Context matters. Much love. Make sure y'all hit the link on this video on the way out, and y'all have a good night. Holla.